Hello and welcome to another episode of Farm Simulator 22 on the Old Spring Farm. Yeah, we are back on the old school series today, guys, and we're going to continue where we left off in the last episode. We've got quite a few contracts that we can get done, and we've got a little bit of work to do over on our farm. So I'd like to get a couple of these contracts done. I'd like to get them all done because they're all going to earn us quite a lot of money. They're all fertilizing as well. So we're probably going to jump early-ish into a time lapse so that we can get back to our farm. We're obviously going to be in September still. It's going to be September for at least this episode anyway. Just because we've got our farm to do. I'm sure we've got some baling to do. Baling to do, seeding to do. But I just wanted to spend a little bit of time getting this done. Especially this one. This is quite a good paying contract. If I remember rightly, we took quite a lot of contracts out and we were basically just going to work our way down the list. Hopefully, that's going to be something we can do. Also, we're not the biggest fan of the MASSY Ferguson, guys. It's not really got much power, so I'd like to do these contracts to help pay to replace the MASSY Ferguson. That's kind of why I'm going to quickly just do a couple of these contracts. Yeah, actually, do a couple of them. I don't know if you can see the mini-map, guys, but there is a lot of numbers flashing in my face. Yeah, there is a lot to be done. But yeah, these contracts are going to help pay for the MASSY Ferguson replacement. It's not that the MASSY Ferguson's useless. Maybe the last stream title was a little bit too harsh, but it is a little bit... You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think of. That sound that it's very weak for our farm, mainly just because of the slopes and the hills and stuff. It's not got the most power in the world. It's a shame because I really do like the MASSY. I think the MASSY Ferguson looks absolutely fantastic. I know it's... I actually did complete the entire thing. Let's have a look. Yeah. 3. Now we've got 8 and 9 as well. 3, 8 and 9. 3. Right, 8 and 9 must be liming. Yeah, they are. So 30, 40 and 55. I tell you what I tend to do, right? Just a little tip that I always do. I take a picture of these on my phone. Now, I'm kind of just giving a little bit of what I like to do. And then I don't have to keep, jumping between the different things. Well, there's 40, there's 30, and there's 3. And did we say 55 as well? So yeah, these fields are actually very, very, very scattered around the map. 55 is not really worth doing for the amount of headache it's going to be to get to it, to be honest. We might cancel 55. It's not going to be... By the time we drive there and do that contract, so yeah, we'll cancel 55. We're not interested in 55. It's not worth a lot of money. 3, 30 and 40. That's all we've got left. So there's 30, 40, and we know where number 3 is. We're here. If we travel all the way around this road here, wow, this is actually quite a long way away, actually. I'd like to go back to the farm with an empty tool, implement, just because... Oh, hang on, we're in France now. We need to be on the other side of the road. Right, so what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to quickly turn this into a time lapse because this thing is not very fast to drive and they are quite far away to do the 2 of the next 3 fields. So for me, I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. Right, there we go, guys. We have completed said fertilizing contract. Wasn't too bad, actually. It wasn't too bad. What? I don't know, approximately 10 minutes to do. The map's not over big, actually. I will give it that. The map's not over big. Yeah, hopefully now that should boost the income up a little bit. We've got quite a bit of work to do over on our farm as well. So what I'm going to do first thing is I'm just going to quickly, we can do the liming contracts as and when. Okay, it doesn't tell me on there the fertilizing stage. Yes, it goes. Yeah, it's alright. I was looking for the fertilizing stage, but yeah, it's not on that page, is it? It's on the other page. My bad. I completely forgot where it was. And oh, a little bit of stutter there. Yeah, I'll get the liming contracts maybe done off recording, because there's more of them than there is anything else. Here we go. So, what did we plant in that bit? Oh, can we even plant anything? Hang on a second. September. Yes, we can. Wheat, barley. Right. I want to put barley in. I know in theory we would have been better putting fertilizer in this like we did the first time. Right, my steering wheel just went off there. Don't know what that was all about. Just tab out and back in, and that's it done. Yeah, it would have been technically better to have put the fertilizer back into the machine, but right now it's not the end of the world to do that. I am crashing here. Yeah, I don't really want to time lapse our jobs really, if I can help it, but look at all that beautiful grass there we've got to make. We need to turn it into hay though, that's the problem. Cows on this map do need hay. I am thinking of maybe looking at trying to add silage as a base food for the cows. I am looking. I don't know if I'd be able to add it in. But yeah, I'd like to feed them silage rather than just hay. So, like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of making up TMR and stuff, but if I can maybe just add silage, I'm more than happy to do that. I think that's what we were going to do, that actually, wasn't it? We were going to make silage out of that lot. We've got grass. We've got straw. Yeah. We would obviously need some hay. We're not arguing that we don't need it. We definitely do need some hay. But I'm sure we were going to make silage out of that one, because silage is going to take quite a few days to make. There we go. And this Ford needs a wash. I think it's safe to say that this Ford definitely needs a wash, guys. Definitely. Yeah, hopefully you guys are hopefully you guys are still enjoying the old stream farm. Sorry, wrong. Saying wrong map name now. Like I say, we're only a few episodes in. we're still quite a poor small farmer, so we are having to rely on contracts again. Like I said, these are the series I like. I don't like it when you start with loads of money and you can just do everything. I like the grind, struggling to pay bills and stuff. I have got some contracts to obviously cash. I will do that after this. I just wanted to get this field. Well, I wanted to get this field ploughed, seeded, so that while I've got fertilizer in the Massey Ferguson still. Like I say, if we're going to look at replacing the Massey Ferguson, we need an option to replace the Massey Ferguson with. Ideally, we'd like something with more horsepower. I'm not exactly 100% sure what the horsepower of the Massey Ferguson is. It might be 100. But that seeder takes so long to lower. But yeah, as you can see, with this seeder, we are slowly, we're slowly getting through this. Let me see, it's not 6 meters. 6 meters would be nice. Yeah, if anyone knows of any older style implements, yeah, let me know. Let me know, and I can look into downloading them and that, because like I said, we're a bit limited for what older machinery there is, and we're a little bit limited to finding, for me personally, finding out like the information of like production dates and stuff. Some stuff's relatively easy to find, but yeah, some of it can be a little bit awkward to find, and it would be nice to use proper, like I say, we can use anything up to the year 2000 or homemade / self-made. Now I know homemade and self-made is kind of the same thing, but some modders do label it as homemade, some modders do label it as self-made, so kind of just wanted to use both terminologies. But yeah, that's kind of how we go with this series. It's actually using quite a lot of seed. Oh yeah, that's why. Variable seed rate is max. Wow, that's not clever. Also, our grass field, guys, we need to scan it. I believe we still need to. Oh, I believe we still need to scan the grass field to find out what kind of soil quality we've got there, because we're going to need fertilizer on that field as well as a little bit of a lime. Right, this is going to be a bit of a wasted trip down, but I just want to get all the little bits that I missed this time, because I think it's going to be one more up and down, and that should just about cover it. I would lift the machine, guys, but it takes so long to lower that I literally just don't want to. Right, okay, we still missed that. Right, fair enough. Oh my god, I still missed a little bit. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the seeders that have got a bar in between. I do like the ones that connect directly to the machine. I will say that for sure. I definitely do like the ones where it's connected directly to the back of the tractor and on the 3-point. Just for me personally, I just prefer them ones. I know if I move my tractor a little bit, it, you know, the seeder moves with it. There we go. That's going to be just about it. Just about. I had a feeling it wasn't going to quite cover. I was hoping that was going to be enough, but yeah. Obviously, Reaper was wrong again. I love being wrong on this game. You know, because heaven forbid I'm right. I can never judge the width of stuff, that's the thing. Like, I see some people play this game and they're like, oh, I'll cut in here and it'll be perfect width, and it is. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to cut in here and it's going to be the right width, and it's not even close. As you can see, this field has actually taken me a lot longer than I actually initially thought. I did not plan on that taking quite as long. That's taken me nearly as long just doing them fertilizing contracts, literally in that time lapse. That time lapse for them fertilizing fields was like 10-12 minutes. This field's taken me nearly just as long, and it's seeding one field. It's crazy. But this field is looking nice now. I know we're going to get weeds coming through, and what we're going to do with the weeds is we're going to wait for the weeds to grow to big weeds, and then we're just going to herbicide the lot of them. So there's no point rushing too much with getting a weeder. I don't get me wrong, I'd love to get a normal weeder, but our other field is already wanting a row. Rows are really expensive on this game. Now, like I said before, I'm going to try and use things up to 2,000 or homemade. Now, if it comes to a tool that I cannot get an older stuff, so say for example, I need a row. The majority of, well, I don't think I've come across any old one. I think they're all relatively new. Now, obviously, in that case, I wouldn't have a choice but to use a newer style implement. But I'm not going to use a new style implement out of choice, only if that's all there is. Like I say, King's mod does do me quite well for quite a lot of the more older stuff, but I do like to use ModHub because it's easy to update. I couldn't tell you how many mods I've got now from non-ModHub, and updating them is just an absolute nightmare. Right, so that's done on there. Let's just go on to here. Yeah, we haven't actually paid to do that yet. Or did we? No, soil types, there we go. £1,400 for the new field there. That's what we needed. Fantastic. And we've got sandy loam as well, so I think that's a pretty good one. I can never remember which ones are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones, mainly because most of them have all got loam written in them. And I can never remember which one's the good one. I know one of them's bad. I know if you got one of them, it's like, whoa, that's a bad one. And I can never remember which one it is. That's just genuine case of how knackered my brain is. I swear, if I had dementia later in life or early onset, it would not surprise me one little bit. It would not surprise me. Right. So, if I can get this fertilising done, I need to get some fertilising. I know that grass is still on the ground. But I am just going to go and quickly go over it with the fertiliser. Someone's probably going to shout at me for being super unrealistic. Like I said, I just want to get rid of it now. I want to cash them contracts in as well. And like I said, we do need to think of a new tractor. Like I said, this is where I would have gone for an older Ford. But the problem is I've already got a Ford. I don't want to keep having Fords in all my series. Yeah, we do need something else that we can use. 8%. Can we please get this done? I can't make the spray any thinner, so it is just using. We're gonna go this way, we're gonna go this way, we're gonna go this way. Boom, I got it. I'm glad I did that. Look at that. 21 litres, 1%. We also need a wash. Look at that Ford, it's grafted. That Ford is grafted. Control and I. Oh. How come everything dumps at the wrong side where I think it's going to come out? Right, where are my contract pages? We've got. Really impressed with that. So there's another liming contract. Field 2. That's near us actually. We can do that one. We don't have a plough just yet. Did we buy a plough? You'll have to forgive me. I'm trying to remember now. Did we buy a plough? No, we haven't bought a plough yet, but we have got some ploughing contracts. Alright, that's fine. what we need as well, we need to look at tractors to replace the Massey Ferguson. So let's have a look at what Massey Ferguson we've got. It's 85 brake horsepower. Right, okay, 85 brake horsepower. That's the Ford we've got. I know there's no image. That's the Ford we've got. I wouldn't mind going for something like the fast track. 159 brake horsepower. Decent top speed. 24 mile an hour. These are a little bit out of price range at the moment. Yeah, kind of just limits us just a little bit to what we can get. Power wise, 1300 DT would be a really good option. The downside is it's only 15 mile an hour, but if that was maybe something that didn't leave the farm, that maybe wouldn't be the end of the world. So maybe that's what we'll look at, guys. Let me know your thoughts and feedback on the DT tractor, and we can 2 and 8. Well, 8's right next to us, guys, so we're going to quickly get that one done. I do believe the majority of the contracts... Oh no, I've got to lime my fields as well. My bad. I was about to say I'm sure the majority of my jobs on the farm are done, but no, I've got to bale as well. So that's going to be almost done in a minute. I think if we can get these limed, I can leave the baling to the next episode. You have to forgive me, because why is that not... Maybe already maximum. Maybe already maximum for what's in it. 100 kilogram. 120. Yeah, that's doesn't seem to want to yeah, it just says target reached, doesn't it? So there's not really much I can do on there. Right, well, I'm not going to go and do the grass field just yet, because the grass field needs baling before I can lime it. Let's just shoot over here to this contract, because if we can finish doing this contract, we can go and put this at the next field ready for the next episode. We'll have a little whirl on the animals as well as we end. Oh yeah, it's a lovely map, is this. Absolutely beautiful map to play on. Like I say, if anyone can still make me fire at Sandy Bay 19, guys, I'm not even asking you to sort the productions out. All I'm asking is if you can sort of like make it load. I can put the productions in where I'd like and things like that. Do you know what I mean? I just need the map to load with the right textures and stuff, because I just can't do it. I've been trying to figure it out now for such a long time, trying to get Sandy Bay 19 to work, and I just can't get it to load. It's too many problems once it, you know what I mean, where just like, yeah, so if anyone can do that, I'm more than happy to give a few quid towards it as well. I just would really, really, really love to play that map. It's a map I never got time to play on Sandy Bay, on Farm Sim 19. Oh, I didn't expect that to be finished quite so quickly. Right, interesting. I did not know that. Was that the only liming contract there was? No, we had field 2 as well. Right, where's field 2? Because I didn't... Yeah, it's right next... Field 2 is right next to our farm, guys. We will just quickly go and give that a little whirl. Just because I didn't realise how... I thought that would take a little bit longer than it did. So I think if we get this liming contract done, that should be us in a really good spot for today. We'll have made a lot of money on contracts. We'll have got our field seeded. I just need to get our field baled. That's probably going to be the next biggest thing we need to get done. Get that grass field baled. We need to get it turned to silage. It's going to take about 3 days to turn it to silage. Like I say, the hard economy just makes it so so much longer to turn to silage, and I like that. For me, like Farm Sim 19, when you did a silage well, not even just when you just did silage in general, and you got instant silage, that was probably the one bit of Farm Sim 19 I didn't like, was just the way you got like instant silage. Now I understand you get it for contracts, I understand that, but I think it would be a nice way to play the game if you didn't get it as instant silage, even on contracts. Can you imagine if you did a silage contract and you still had to wait 3 days for it to be paid? Like you could do it even like maybe a different way. You could play it where you actually sell the bales as silage straight away, but you still get paid for 3 days until it's fermented. That I don't know, I just think that would be a nice little twist on the game. And I'm umming and ahhing about changing the sheep and the cow area, guys. Just while we drive up here and around, you see that cow area? Do you reckon we should plough it out and put some new grass seed down? We would make more grass, more silage, more hay. It would mean we don't have to buy another grass field, and if we do buy a grass field, it means we don't have to leave grass in it. If we do that. The only downside is it means we have to cut the animal feed fields. Yeah, let me know what you think about the cow and the sheep field for doing that, because I'm on the edge. I can do it. I just don't know if you'd like to see me do that. That's kind of the thing. But hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed this episode. Like I say, we are slowly moving along nicely. Got another couple of contracts done towards the end. And then we just got some ploughing contracts to do, which we don't even have a plough yet. So maybe that's what I'm going to do in a minute. I'm probably going to go and buy a plough off recording and probably just park the tractor at the next, you know, at the contracts basically. And then that way in the next episode we can crack straight on with some work. But we do also need to get baled as well tomorrow. That's a definite we need to get done. Like I said, there's our baler over there. We do need to buy a wrapper as well. But there's only one wrapper we can buy. I know you guys are going to be like, oh Reaper, we've seen this wrapper so many times. Guys, it's the only bale wrapper we can buy. No, I mean I can't buy anymore. One attacher point. I don't I'm not seeing any changes there. Right, foil colour. I will leave it as white this time. Design colour. Yeah, leave that like that. So there's the wrapper bought. So we can make some silage. And like I say, we're not really sure on what tractor we're going to get yet. But yeah, hopefully guys, as I say, you've enjoyed this episode. I am going to just quickly buy a plough. Like I say, I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button. It makes a massive difference to a small YouTube channel like mine. And you know, if you do like the series and you haven't already, you know, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Again, it makes a massive difference to a channel like mine. And until the next one, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later on.